Have you fed your soul today? The Hungry Poets TV. Have you fed your soul today?
Hello. Welcome to the Hungry Poets TV. I am your girl, Mika J.Woods, and I do hope that you are ready for an amazing show. How are you guys feeling today? Let me see you right here in the comment section. What's going on? All right. So, guys, what I'm going to start out with today is a performance that cannot be topped. This is from a young woman named Ronnie, nothing more, so you can give her nothing less. All right? Here she is, Ronnie, nothing more. Hey guys, welcome back to the Hungry Poets TV. That was our girl, Ronnie, nothing more, so you can give her nothing less. Okay? I hope you enjoyed that because it was your last chance to make it, baby. And all that. I don't know the words to her song. I'm not even going to try and fake it like I know the words. But honey, that was a good one. Ronnie, thank you so much. Now, if you haven't gotten it yet, this is our Pride episode. I am so excited for this episode. It's not just Pride, it's also Juneteenth. We are celebrating not one, but two holidays. So you know I had to give you more and more and more content just for this one episode, okay? So, because it's our Pride episode, we started off with Ronnie, all right? And because it's our Pride episode, I have a very special guest that is here for you that represents so much to me because she brought on a movement that we all should be a part of. So before I keep bragging on and on and on about this wonderful young woman, let me bring her out. Yvette G. Santana, please come to the Hungry Poets and join me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Yvette G. Santana to the Hungry Poets table. Yes, yes,
Blessed
yes.
to be here.
I'm glad. How you feeling today? Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Speak up, honey. We all want to hear you loud and clear.
Feeling lovely, feeling blessed, happy. Yvette G. Santana.
In the building.
Finally, right?
So, honey, first, this is Pride. I have to start off with the right questions.
Talk to me.
What do you identify as, and what are your pronouns?
She, her, they. And
Okay.
sometimes I have my alter ego come out, you know what I mean?
She got the alter ego.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm here for it. Okay, and what do you identify as far as on the LGBTQIA? There's a few more letters, I'm pretty sure. Well, on that spectrum.
I am a lesbian, proud lesbian. Took a long time to finally say that, but yeah, proud lesbian.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, do you hear that? All right, well, I should say ladies. Are you single?
Ladies, come on.
You single? You hear that? She's single out here, ready to mingle. Come on, Yvette. Come through. She ready for her hot girl summer. All right? So, I want to know, how do you feel your sexuality has been highlighted through your work?
Ooh, you know what? I feel like every day as a lesbian walking through this earth and this generation, it took a lot for me to be proud within my work. But once I got it, it was over. I started to, as people from the Bronx say, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
I got a lot of chest. If I say everything with my chest, I'm pretty sure I would be misunderstood. Okay? You are such a character. So, tell us about your work and your I Am Not Crazy movement.
I am not crazy movement. So, it all started originally because I use poetry as an outlet. And I feel like poetry literally saved my life, right? So that's where this first book came out, Healing Powers.
Don't put it down like that. Feeling Powers.
No, I'm sorry.
Feeling Powers by Yvette G. Santana. Heal, love, and cherish yourself first. Okay. Come with the snow.
I feel like I said everything in here that I needed to hear, but nobody ever said to me. Yeah, so I feel like there's someone on this earth right now that needs to hear something that I also needed to hear. So I put it out into the world. And then from that, the I'm Not Crazy movement has started because I wanted people to understand you are not this stigma that everybody labels you as. You are not this crazy person. You're just more than likely misunderstood. And you are not just a prescription. You are not just a therapy session. Also, definitely, I do not I'm not against therapy. Go to therapy, right? But you are not just that therapy session. You are so much more, and you shouldn't label yourself as anything crazy. And then that's when this anthology came out. I partnered with the She Will Speak series for this anthology, and I kind of just gave people a platform to speak out their raw truth. whatever that may look like, because a lot of times we filter the reality of what we feel to please other people, or to feel like we're not crazy. And I wanted to break that chain, especially within the community with people of color. Like, I wanted to give us a way to speak our real truth without it being about religion or this brand of, there's something wrong with you.
Mm. Do you feel that people of color shy away from mental health issues or try to cover them up?
Absolutely, but we have no choice.
Oh, exactly. Say that again. We didn't have a choice.
Yeah,
We were supposed to keep it pushing. Wipe your eyes. Keep going.
You know, for the next day. So
how was it put? Grin and bear it.
yep.
Grin and bear it. That is what we were taught. So a real question for this month is, because a lot of people have been talking about suicide through sexuality, things like that, because they feel unheard. So do you feel as there is a strong connection between your sexuality and your mental health?
100%. 100%.
Please explain.
So I feel like a lot of times, if you don't know how to accept yourself, it can draw you into not only deep depression, but a strong isolation. And honestly, I went through that too. So I went through the whole idea of hiding who I was because I wanted to appease other people, right? And a lot of times within your own sexuality, you have so many questions going on through your mind. And so it's different. It's different for a lot of people, but the majority of people go through that question and that internal battle. So now you're having internal conflict, but you're also fighting, like, you're trying to fight the world and what the world sees. So now it's just like, oh my God, what is exactly happening, right? And how do I deal with this? And how do I be proud of it?
That is a struggle that people face. So many people face, and I'm very glad that you were here to share it with us.
Absolutely.
And if it doesn't trouble you too much, would you mind sharing a piece with us?
Of course.
Yes, honey. So go on to the other side of our set, and I'm gonna let you guys know a little bit about what I know about Yvette G. Santana, aka Tiny's Creations. If you haven't followed her on Instagram, make sure you do follow her at Tiny's Creations. That's at TINYS Creations. Oh, sorry, underscore Creations. CREATONS underscore. All right. And about this young woman here, let me let you know that she is a phenomenon, and her poetry really will touch your soul. She takes it there, okay? So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Yvette G. Santana.
In honor of count to 10, anxiety kicks in. Count to 10, deep breaths, settle your chest, put your hands on your head, breathe. Proud and loud, I am a lesbian. These words leave the mouth of a 13-year-old who gets smacked with the excuse of young and naive with a dash of sexually confused. And little did they know confused was the furthest thought from the truth. Scared was the most accurate description. Terrified, horrified of being stuffed into a closet I never wanted to be in to begin with, dying on the inside due to a lack of their acceptance. And 13-year-old me shared kisses in the hidden corners of high school hallways to keep others from seeing. 13-year-old me stacked letters inside of boxes nobody ever thinks twice to see. But 14-year-old me grew courage. Mom, I'm gay. Dad, I'm gay. A 14-year-old me had her first kiss in public. 14-year-old me experienced butterflies for the first time in her stomach from a redhead beauty, tall and charming. 14-year-old me found sense in becoming pridefully accepting of myself despite anybody else. But 15-year-old me, experience of life of ignorant comments. You're way too pretty to only be into girls. This world was not made for Adam and Steve. Adam and Steve, there is no room for Amanda and Eve. Amanda and Eve were never meant to be. Infamous lines, don't you see? Adam only made for Eve. Nobody ever considered nor asked what I wanted. I was always too young, too naive, and too confused to comprehend the idea of me loving another woman, but I was never too naive or too confused to find the right penis that can possibly, no, definitely alter my life and change my perspective. It sounds messed up, right? 18-year-old me stood up for a fight. Mom, I'm gay. Dad, I'm gay. World, I don't care what your laws say. 18-year-old me began to realize the world we lived in was full of shit. Encouraging people of all ages to feel comfortable in their own skin and sexuality only to get met with fist. Only to get called a faggot behind phone screens, creating horrible scenes that never get reported, only shared or Snapchatted. 18-year-old me had to realize that we were not the problem. And I will say this to any of my younger ones struggling with becoming accepted, horrible people do exist. Shattering fragile, beautiful minds, but you, my beautiful rainbow angels, are divine. And to answer the questions people usually have, no, we do not deserve it, no, we cannot change it, and no, we do not wish we were different. I refuse to hide my identity to ease your pain or to drive myself insane to become known as what the world knows as straight. And it's sickening how some people would even try to rearrange brains. It's even worse to know that some people would rather die than walk down their lane of being gay or trans with their lover's hand, but can you blame them? Having to deal with daily flagrant misconducts, perverts claiming the we like dick sometimes constructs, exorcism giving Christians that think we can be healed, forcing others to become concealed, family members who tolerate but do not accept because they refuse to support or even believe in their loved ones being different. But 19-year-old me regained my spirituality, realizing God had made an exception, holding a spot in heaven for the children created with gold, vibrant rainbow hearts. No matter what gender or genital is preferred, God understands it is nobody else's concern. 19-year-old me stood strong. Church, I am gay and the Lord will accept me this way. 20-year-old me understood the community judged one another. You are not the right kind of gay, and you're not gay enough, and you're masculine. Aren't you supposed to be the guy in the relationship? 20-year-old me found herself as a lesbian, but lost herself to the identity others claimed for her. Losing the clench of my masculine but feminine sense because I so badly wanted to be accepted. How could I have defeated everyone else's judgment without shedding a tear, but cried confused tears for years, concluding that I was a lesbian, but apparently not lesbian enough to meet their standards? And 21-year-old me has now put a crown on my head, understanding that I love what's between my legs. Claiming the fact that I'm masculine but can be feminine too, because shit, who doesn't love a woman who could look like a Spanish papi but mommy too? And 23-year-old me now understands the balance between touching my masculinity but reclaiming the feminine beauty lingering inside my head, and this does not identify me as a fake lesbian. Instead, 23-year-old me settles for nothing less. 23-year-old me, loud and proud, these words leave my mouth. I am a lesbian. Thank you.
Woo! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Honey. If you just honey, I am here for it. Did you guys hear that? She taught you about her confusion. She taught you about everything that she has gone through. She showed you her truth in a very short poem. I am grateful to have had her here and grateful to have had her share her story and her truth on this show. Thank you, Yvette G. Santana. Please make sure you follow her. Make sure you purchase her 2 books. Healing Powers, Heal, Love, and Cherish Yourself First. And this one right here, the I Am Not Crazy. So I have personally featured this book in the mental health conferences that I do along with Effective Communications. If you guys haven't heard of them, make sure you look them up because we will be here. All right. So make sure you check out her book, I Am Not Crazy and Healing Powers. All right. So now, guys, our next segment is usually called Dine Out on a Dime, right? But I have something special for you guys because for Pride Month, honey, I wanted to serve you more than just tea. I wanted to serve you people. I wanted to serve you a large spectrum of people. Okay, I wanted to give you all of these different people that are so talented, that are absolutely amazing. So next I'm going to share with you a good friend of mine, Alex Glesko, also known as Sit On Your Face. All right? You will notice that she has her own story to tell, and this is her piece.
Setting his harbor, his safe haven, his... Hey everybody, it's Tanya Face here. Ooh, and I just wanted to say happy Pride, and I'm going to take you on an erotic poetry journey. When I ask for extra sauce, I don't need it on the side. I need it inside, my loins that call for flavor and love that's medium rare. Turn my insides medium rare, rare to find someone who can burn in my kitchen. Now, I can't get pregnant, but I carry his baby gravy to work in my day too old, unexpected sleepover undies seeping from my prairie dog habitat. My coworkers wonder why my stride is happier than usual. Wider are these hips you found seclusion in, as if the stretch you gave them worked out for both of us. Using my concealer to mask the marks of passion, checking my temperature with his teeth sinking into the depth of my soul that needed to be treated like soul food. He licked my batter, seasoned my meat, sauteed my hopes and dreams for our future in hot oil, snap crackling and popping to the rhythm of his strokes, the postcoital heartbeats linked in divine intervention. Catching our breath, running from a cruel system, but we want to be caught up with each other. Eyes, the replenishing pools of water in between rounds. We create the most beautiful crime scenes together and can't even wait for sentencing. No waiting for parole. But we're no criminals. We are advocates for social justice in the streets and in the sheets. Smash me like you want to smash the systems that uphold oppression. Revolution kind of jizz that when it gets in my eyes, I can still see a brighter future. Just wanting to show the world that after the destruction and setting his harbor, his safe haven, his secret thinking space, his home away from home, aflame, we stay for the rebuild. Now, he doesn't know it, but he has the blueprints to rebuild and break down my structures. Every square inch of my body circles his oval, and he is my president. His inches, my body welcomes in as he planks me to the ground. We love playing in the dirt. Getting dirty is what we do best. This construction site can only hold us both. We bang on each other like hard hats on heads. He drills my grounds, unearthing my G-spot. Clearly we love knocking on wood. I don't care how long it takes for my building to be built, as long as he is always hands-on. He cements his yearnings into me, builds me up as if my confidence was broken, takes the safety hazards out of my insecurities, power saws my troubles away. Damn. Does he even know what we build up to? The skyscraper he is making out of me? The clouds are but a tongue stretch away, and we create the most beautiful monuments together, turning pleasurable landmines into landmarks. Our lips are some damn good contractors. What I love most about his grunts is that they don't just echo through my walls, help to cement the skeleton of my landmark direction, planted in a connection set in stone. He maintains what we built. What he signed with his fingertips in the drying pavement is legally binding. He cleans the cobwebs and never allows dust to fall on sturdy furniture, carefully carved in mahogany. Every room fills with light, and the corners collect nothing but the sentiments and anecdotes of what we created together. No baggage left unchecked, sifted through, nor left behind from an outside storage unit. This building does not store past hurt, but caresses rent-controlled, guaranteed communication to handle whatever inhabits it with precious care. Every room has a view of what existed before us, around us. He has christened every surface and has created a home body. Somebody please pinch me. I never knew a dollhouse could hold two differently crafted Kens. This reality is too surreal and ethereal at the same time. Who knew our whispers would weld into the walls, writing our wishes within its wax? The space between the floor and the roof bubble us between its blows. Blows my mind how imperfectly perfect we've made this home. The creaks and cracks in the wooden staircase speak for us in our absence. The sun shimmers in showers that shine through the sunroof. The bathroom floor tiles keep count of how many times our feet kiss its lips. Mirrors in random tandem spots where our reflections love to hide and show out. We're just two bodies, kindred spirits, forever residing in the homes of their hearts, forever dancing to their beats. After all the construction is done, even when the sunlight has lost its shine, when the half-life of the full moon has taken its last breath, you can still find me, hiding in the breath of your oxygen, smoothing my butter on the crust of your toast. His sunny side up shines on my morning breakfast. He makes hanging up my hard hat feel like laying on his pillow chest. He takes the work out of my hardship, sinking fast and deep in his love. But I don't care, because all I want to do is cash my check and drive right home to you. Shout out to the king for this queen. This is the definition of royalty. We've built this kingdom, our empire. He kisses my lips gently and tells me, welcome home to the fantasy you get to taste. And that's my newest piece, called The Fantasy I've Yet to Taste. And for me, Pride is special because it's owning the power in intimacy, vulnerability, and loving everyone for who they are. And that means working on loving yourself. Thank you so much for having me. Mwah.
Yes, honey. Honey. I don't know if you heard of my girl sit on your face, but she sat on your thought process with that poem. She took you way through her emotions of how she was in love and how she wasn't in love and how he hurt her and how he loved her and how he didn't love her. I don't know about you, but I don't care what you identify as, you can relate to at least something in that poem. Just like with our first poet, our second poet gave it up. Thank you, Miss Sitania Face. I don't know why I have to say it with an accent. It's just because of how it's written. So I'm like, Sitania. You know, Sitania Face, love. But anyway, y'all know me. I'm a little different. But let me bring out our next guest, because I told you for Pride/Juneteenth month, I definitely wanted to bring you plenty of good content and good people. All right. So next up, we have Shea Goring. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Shea Goring.
Hey.
Hi,
What's going
honey.
on? Give me a hug. Yes. What's up, honey?
Yes. How
doing?
are you?
Hi, guys. How you doing?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I can't complain. I'm alive.
Really? So, what's going on with you, Shea?
Girl, everything. So on Juneteenth, I'm having a Juneteenth family day. We got the permit to take over Pelham Bay Park. So we're going to have a huge event, yes, in Pelham Bay Park to celebrate Juneteenth. So I'm excited about that.
You should be excited.
I'm excited.
You should be excited. She just took over.
Listen. I've been trying to get that permit. They finally was like, let her live. And I was like, thank you. After 100 emails.
Before we get too deep, you know what I'm going to ask you? This is our Pride episode. I'm going to give you the first question, okay? And I need you to answer this honestly.
Okay, let's go.
Because you see she the plug, so I don't know if she honest, because she out here, she the plug. You'll see, and it's dripping in Jane. I don't know, you know? She a CEO. I don't know what the CEO stand for.
Yes.
No, but really, Shea.
Yes.
How do you identify and what are your pronouns?
So I identify as a lesbian,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm no label, so I don't consider myself a stud. I don't consider myself a femme. You catch me on any random day, I might give it to you, or I might have one my fitted. You don't really, what day it is, but I identify as she and her.
Did you see the hair flip though? She said, I might give it to you. That was programmed. I feel like that should have been a boomerang. Like, she's a character. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I'm a Harry Potter fan, so yes. It's all Potter. You know, y'all know me. If y'all know anything about me, everything is Potter.
I love it.
So how do you feel your sexuality has affected your lifestyle?
Honestly, I try not to allow me to be defined, my sexuality defined the moves that I make in life.
Okay.
Unfortunately, in my younger years, it did affect me because I had to find out who I was. But once I found out who I was, I realized I'm Black, I'm a woman, I'm a lesbian, I'm a mother, you know what I'm saying, of adopted child, and those are the things that I allow identify me. So my sexuality doesn't affect me at all. I move through life as myself, 100% authentic, and that's it. You either like it or you don't like it, and either way, it's not my problem if you don't.
Authenticity.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what she serves, and that's what the world deserves, honey. She is 100% authentic, and I am grateful to know you. Yes. So, this is a hard-hitting question. Do you? Because I do know that your family is West Indian.
Yes.
And that's another
difficult pill to swallow. Yes.
Especially because you are a lesbian. So. Yeah. I really want to ask, do you feel as if you were accepted by your family?
You know what?
When you came out?
That's a tough question because my grandfather who raised me is from Barbados. I came out when I was very young. I came out when I was 14. And, I lost my grandfather in my early 20s. And mind you, he took care of me my whole life. And when I first came out, he went through all the stages where it was like, oh, it's a phase. And then it was like, oh, no, you're burning in hell. And, and then after, and I thank God for these moments, but, years, I want to say like 5 or 6 years before he passed, he just, I don't know what happened. I don't know. Maybe he knew he was going. I don't know what happened, but his outlook on my life changed. He started to share, how he really felt about me and how he realized that he just wants me to be happy. And he said, I'd rather you be with the woman than be with the man that's going to beat you at, you know what? Ooh. So and he kept it funky with me. And he said, Chanel, whatever is going to make you happy. And literally on his deathbed, he told my girlfriend to take care of me. We broke up. We ain't together no more. But the point is that, he trusted her enough to open up to say, look out for my granddaughter. So it meant a lot to me. So, but it was tough. Not easy.
I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that at all. Yes, Shay. Yes. So, tell us about how important family is to you.
Wow. Family is very important. For me, I grew up without my mother or my father. My grandfather was my mother's adopted father, right? So I grew up with literally just a grandfather who was not biologically related to me at all, but he took on the responsibility of raising a child. So for me, my close friends are my family, or the families that has accepted me since I was a child are my family. So, literally I call all of my close sisters, my girlfriends, my sisters, and that's just what it is. Your family is what you create and what you build around you, and who loves you and who supports you. That's your family, So
that's what I'm talking about, because I got 1,000 cousins.
Listen.
Got 1,000 cousins. I just talked to my mom about how I chose my grandma. Yes, and that's my grandma. You can't tell me any different. And she will claim me till the end of time. Because she has gotten in arguments. That's my. She done ice grilled my other grandma. Look, it's
my grandchild.
It's my grandchild. You grandma too?
You want to play games? You want to play?
Talk about special. I felt so special. I was like 10. I felt special.
That so good.
Grandma versus grandma for me. I felt this was the best day of my life. So family, it really is what you make it. And on that note, I want you to tell me more about your family field day, because I know how important family is to you, and how family isn't just your blood.
Yes.
So family field day isn't surrounded around just your nuclear family, which is your sisters, your brothers.
So I really wanted, so for the past 3 to 4 years, I've been doing Juneteenth events. Before Juneteenth was ever really popular, I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying you could check my social media and know that I did, right? But Juneteenth has always been a very special day for me. So I wanted to create an event that included everyone. Because most of my events that I throw are open mics and in clubs or in bars. And you can't bring your kids.
Last event.
Yeah.
Her last event was nowhere near family. This girl threw a stripping paint.
Oh, yes, I did. And it was crazy.
It was crazy. I watched it from somebody else's page and was like, are the strippers in glow-in-the-dark paint?
Literally, it was glow in the dark. It was dancers. It was pole, and it was painting. It was just,
See
It
her
was
at
so much
Family
fun.
Day, and she
Yeah,
doesn't
right?
look anything like the person that was at that event.
I'll be with their color with the kids, and you know what I'm saying. But you know, you need that balance though. As a mother, you need balance. You need to be able to go out and have a good time, but still have a good time with your kids. So that's why I wanted to do a family day, something that you could come out, and there's gonna be workshops for kids and adults. There's going to be, oh my, I can't even think of all. There's gonna be jump ropes, hula hoops. We're gonna do face painting. We're gonna do a runway show where like paparazzi to love on yourself, to make everyone take pictures and everyone just to feel special. There's going to be an affirmation board. There's going to it's a live performances. Oh my God, we have so many. I don't listen. I'm so excited. I don't even know where to begin, but I know Saturday is gonna be like it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
I'm so excited. I will be there on Saturday, guys, bright and early.
Yes.
I'll be volunteering at a few different booths. So just check your girl out because I'm going to be there. I'm all hands on deck for Family Day. Of course, honey. We're family.
Okay, I'm glad you know.
She done met my mama. She family.
And her mother is so pretty. Y'all, her mother is gorgeous. And she came visiting from Florida. I'm going to tell all her business. She's just such a beautiful person. And she gave me a cute, she got a little red. She's just a really nice lady. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna
Clearly, my mom is here. Y'all are characters, man. But, Shea, I just have one last question.
Yes.
No, I have two questions. One, have you fed your soul today?
Oh my gosh, have I? I don't know. What could consider I mean I listened to music today and that's like my therapeutic moment. So I guess that is feeding my soul.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay, so you fed your
A
soul today.
little
You feel
something,
good?
something.
Your
Yes,
soul
I
is
feel good.
fed?
Yes.
Now that your soul is fed, can you please share a piece with us?
Yes.
Okay, while Shea makes it to our other stage, let me let you know how excited I am about her Family Day on Juneteenth. If you don't know yet, you might want to get to know her, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, Shea Goring.
So this is something dedicated to all of the people that we have lost and to all of our trans and LGBT due to hatred. Though God has called me home, I am not gone. I have found my peace and no longer in pain, but I am not gone. Glad, blessed assurance is mine as my soul returns to my King. Though my soul is resting, I am not gone. I no longer need my earthly belongings. I leave them to you to keepsake. My Lord provides all, for I am not gone. You may call my name or dial my phone, and in those moments you might even feel alone. But I promise you, I am not gone. For I will be here in your heart and in your mind. You will carry me in your spirit and know that I hold you dear to mine. I will be here when you cry and when you pray. I will be here for graduations and on your anniversary day. Holidays and birthdays I will never dare miss, for I have left you with memories and lifelong gifts. I will be here when you think of my laugh and vision my smile, for I am not gone, I'm just with the divine. I will forever live in you and all of your hopes and your dreams. Though my God has called me back home, I am not gone despite how it may seem. My Lord has just granted me entrance into his heavenly home. Find comfort in knowing in his arms is where I belong. I am not gone. I am not gone. I am not gone.
For Shea, that piece right there was dedicated to her aunt and to all of those who have lost family members throughout this process. It was a very, very, very hard time that we have all just went through. You know, I want to say that we went through it together, although we went through it separately. None of us were together, but we were all here for each other. I know virtually I got to know my poetry friends better, and I'm very glad that I was there for them. And man, the way she just read that piece, it really touched my soul. So I'm grateful for you, Shea, and I appreciate your truth. Thank you. I I felt that. I felt that. Thank you so much, Shea. That was amazing, and I know that I've lost somebody very close to me not too long ago. So I like to think of her as still here with me, still partying with me, still screaming at me. She was my favorite person to argue with. And sometimes when I want to argue, I kind of argue with her and be like, I know you heard me though. So I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, before I get all emotional, let me share with you our meal of the month, because I am like 2 seconds, not even our meal of, let's go to dine out on a dime, because I'm getting kind of emotional over here. Thank you, Shea. You have yes, I gotta move on, guys. But let me share this with you. So ladies and gentlemen, here is our segment for Dine Out on a Dime. All right. I'm sorry. Oh, wait. Oh, what is this? All right. So we're just going to have to jump back. We'll get back to that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get back to that. I'm going to share with you now our Meal of the Month segment. Whoopie pies. Out to.
I was feeling it.
There's no sound, Tiffany?
I'm sorry.
Can you hear it?
I wasn't on that song.
Let me go. Wait. Hey, Faith, look, they about to hop in the comments. I can't hear. Oh, no. That's about that. They can't hear. They'll let us know. No sound, boo.
Your sound is on right now.
It's on?
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hey, y'all. So these are whoopie pies presented to us from Chef Ro. She is giving us the meal of the month. Honey, check her out. She is our Chopped champion. She won Chopped, the Veterans Special, and she decided to give us the license to use this particular video. Check out the recipe. She has listed all of these wonderful, wonderful ingredients. Honey, check out first thing. Can we give a second to see the come up? Look at the kitchen. My kitchen looks nothing like that. If y'all check me out on Instagram, I got Le Struggle Chen. Okay, that's what I like to call my kitchen. It's very small. It's very, very small. I'm like 2 steps above the projects, but it's wonderful. I like to call it cozy. Looks nothing like her wonderful kitchen. But guys, this is our meal of the month. I just really want you to see these bomb whoopie pies. Do you see that? How delicious do they look? Honey, I am just so excited for them. All right. Okay. So that is our meal of the month. Guys, thank you for bearing with me as we made it through our meal of the month. That was Chef Roshara Saunders. She identifies as she, her, or woman, and she decided not to disclose her sexuality. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Because as I like to say to anybody in the LGBTQI or whatever letter comes after that, you owe us absolutely nothing. Okay? Nothing at all. There is nothing that you have to give us that you didn't already share with us. And on that note, I would like to share a piece with you. And it is called I Owe You Nothing. All right? So bear with me as I share this with you. I owe you nothing. Not the shirt off my back, nor the title you feel you lack. Not to answer your questions about the body that I am set in. I owe you absolutely nothing. I have given you me at face value, and I could care less for your bittersweet counsel or your opinions on how to live my life because I owe you nothing. I've given you me upfront and personal, but you're more concerned with how the pipes behind the curtains work. So can't you see before you I have presented myself a whole misunderstood human being, but yet you give me your questions of how I came to be? I am as God created me. I owe you no more than that tidbit of intimacy. So could you please have some decorum and decency? For there is not a target on my back for you to point and leer at, nor am I your hunting deer for you to chase down the streets to find and beat while bragging to your friends like it is some defeat. All because I am queer or trans or bi or gay, you feel it is okay to disrespect me as if I owe you my shame? But you're wrong. Now I want you to look in my heart and not my face as I remove the stake that you claim to have placed so you can see that that was never the case. If you look closer, you will see that your hate could never penetrate what was inside. Because long before this time, God filled my heart with pride. So you can do as you feel obliged. Because I know at how I live my life, I owe you nothing. So that was my piece for pride, honey.
Come on.
I felt as if that needed to be said because, man, I'm tired of people asking others questions that's not their business. It's not for you to know. It's not for you to understand. Okay? If you have a friend, then you ask them. But it's not for you to see somebody on the street and go, I wonder how that ain't your thing. Now, I know I identify as a heterosexual black woman, she, her, whatever. But that's my business. Okay? So don't ask me, don't assume, and don't anything. I don't care if today I'm dressed like a man. I don't care if somebody else is dressed like a man and it's a girl that's with me. Don't assume that you know because you don't. I am who God made me to be. All right? And anybody that is on the show and anybody that is celebrating Pride this weekend, do that with so much joy and pride and love in your heart. Okay? Because what else is there to do? Now, to everyone else, if you are not celebrating Pride this weekend and are celebrating Juneteenth, I am so happy for you. If you've never celebrated Juneteenth before, I want you to celebrate it more than you have ever not celebrated it before. All the love and glory that you give to July 4th, make sure you give that to your people on Saturday. I want everybody to support Black businesses on Saturday. I want everybody, that's how you do Juneteenth. You give back to your community. They say the Black dollar only stays in our community for 6 hours, but the Chinese dollar stays in their community for 22 days. We have to fix that, starting with Saturday. If you've never supported a Black business, that's your way to celebrate. Forget about your Facebook post. Forget about your Instagram. Unless you're going to buy a t-shirt from a Black business, I don't want to see it. Support your people, okay? And to those people of color, to those people that are not of color, here's some rules. Just little quick rules. Do not, and I repeat, do not bring watermelon to the cookout. Okay? It is inappropriate and it is rude and it is just distasteful. That is a stereotype that we have been trying to fight for years. All right? Another rule, when you get to the cookout, don't change your tone. Don't then become, hey sis, hey boo, hey girl. You're not Black and don't try to be. We invited you because we like you as a person, not because of how down you think you are. We just like you. So let's leave it there, okay? Now, rule number 3, and this should always be followed. I got to get in close for this. Honey, if you're going to bring the potato salad, we do not want fruit in it. I don't want no cranberries. I don't want no mushrooms. Don't you dare put no pineapples, not a strawberry. If I get my potato salad and there is too many colors, I'm slapping you. I'm slapping you, and I'm taking all of my ancestors with me from this hand, and I'm coming from here, okay? Okay, I don't have a grandmama named Hattie Mae, but I feel like I got a great grand auntie somewhere, and Hattie Mae gonna come with me, and she gonna bring it. Cross your little uncolored face, all right? I'm just saying. I love y'all. Let me sit down. I got a little passionate. I had an incident. Somebody tried to give me watermelon as we were celebrating Juneteenth. You're disrespectful. Love you still, but you're disrespectful. All right? And one more thing. Don't try to dress Black. Do not come in your rainbow African attire. Please, please, please. I do not want to see your fake dashikis. not your fake head wraps. I don't care that you got it from a black business owner on Instagram. Don't wear it. Don't wear it. Save that. Wear it around the house. All right? So those are my rules for the Juneteenth barbecues for the non-people of color. All right? Don't get it twisted. I love y'all. I love y'all from the heart. I have some friends who are down, but they don't have to act down. You know, they down because I love you from your soul. That's why you get invited to the cookouts. Remember that. We don't care that you and don't. Hey, if the N-word is in the song, just act like you didn't. Just act like you ain't hear it. Go past it. Don't pause and look at everybody like, is it okay to say? It's never okay to say. It's never okay. Okay, it's never okay. I'm just all right. But anyway, let me end on a high note, ladies and gentlemen. I love you all. Right? The Hungry Poets is throwing their first pop-up shop, 7/11/21. We are looking for vendors. So if you know anybody, any black vendors, hit me up. I would love to hear from you guys. You'll see the flyer go up on our page in just a few moments. I love you all. I need you all in my lives. And before I go, I have one question to ask each and every one of you. Have you fed your soul today? Oh, wait. Before I go, hold on. Check out this beautiful clear skin and these brows provided by SK Best in Hempstead. She's our sponsor. You see this? My brows are permanent. They don't wash off, okay? I feel good about that because if you know me, y'all know my brows could have been taken off with a wet thumb, all right? But now they stay on for good, and I am so excited. So, guys, make sure you check her out. She is amazing. Jeet at SK Best Hempstead, our very first sponsor. Thank you, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all of our guests, Yvette G. Santana, Shea Goring, Alex Glesko, Ronnie, nothing more, so you can give him nothing less, and our chef of the month, Chef Roshara Saunders, our Chopped Veterans Champion. I love you all, and I thank you all. And make sure throughout this week to feed your soul. Have a blessed month, and I will see you next month for the Hungry Poets TV, where our guest will be Dara Kalima. She's a best-selling author, and she has a lot to say. I appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you, guys. Peace, love, and blessings.
Have you fed your soul today?